I'm going to pick 3 cards and we'll see what the topic of the morning is. What is the pointing of the morning? Drama. Rushing forward into drama. Purity, ice. And weeping wound. Okay. Okay, so wounds. We have a lot of wounded people out there. Especially now with all the stuff that's going on, can seem pretty cold-hearted out there. People, again, losing jobs, on the edge of losing their homes, and just feeling wounded now. You know, we're stuck inside, and I think this could be also having to do with Thanksgiving coming up and things. So you're having to isolate, maybe feeling a bit sorry for yourself at this present time. So, you know, during this time, we are not our wounds. You know, don't take that on and go into depression and those type of things. And also, watch out for rushing into too much drama. You know, whatever's going on now, it will pass. It will pass. Sometimes looking at our wounds, and you have to be willing to see them for what they are and challenge them rather than getting caught up into this woe is me cycle, you know, which we do go through. I know I went through the woe is me cycle, went through you know, a lot of hardship in my younger times, and was very wounded feeling. But, you know, there is healing that can take place, but you have to be willing to stop and look at the wounds. Now, thing with wounds, what happens is, you know, whatever you've been abused at, or is going on, know that these things will pass. Now, in my case, I have to say that it was, I had to stop and look, and then I was having PTSD, flashbacks, and all of that stuff. I mean, really significantly difficult. And then what I finally woke up to, that the people that had perpetrated the atrocities, you know, on me, that they were acting out of their own madness, craziness, things that were driving them, and they were in a hell realm. They were compelled to do what they were doing. And I had a chance to get out of it. But they were stuck in this hell realm that was driving them. Okay? And so that opened the door to compassion, and I finally came up to the thing, and in the one point in my life was doing a lot of body piercings and stuff. Not cutting, but the piercing, which basically comes out to the same thing. And finally one day it hit me that, it was the physical pain was easier to endure than the mental pain of what had been going on, okay? And so when I was in the physical pain, my focus was there. It took your mind off of the mental pain to some degree. Of course, it was always still there driving things, okay? So I finally came to the conclusion, well, this is pretty stupid. This is not solving anything. So, light bulb moment. Yeah. Hello? What's that helping? It's not helping anything. So I stopped that activity, okay, and started looking at things deeper and saw that I was really victimizing myself. So yes, those events happened, but they happened, it's not happening in this second. So why am I replaying this and re-victimizing myself? I had to finally take it on and say, I'm victimizing myself by this now. Yes, the events happened. You're not saying it never happened. Yes, they happened for sure. But that's not ongoing now. So all these flashbacks and all these dreams and all this drama and the poor me cycle, I was victimizing myself at that point in time. And when you can see that you are really victimizing yourself by keeping yourself in this drama and the pity party of poor me, why me, if only, all of that drama, that you are, not saying you choose it because it's something you want, but sometimes it can become your badge, your identity. The poor me can become an identity. And sometimes people don't step out of it because sometimes you get attention that way, okay? So, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. And it takes really stopping and being willing to not rush headlong anymore into that drama to see it for what it is. But you can, I'm happy to say you can come out of it. It can dissipate like snow, a light snow on a sunny day, gone, just finished, ended. So you can come out of that. Whatever it is you're going through, just don't victimize yourself. Don't become the wounds. Don't become the poor wounded. And some people think they need to become a wounded healer. How are you going to be a healer if you're wounded? You could be a healer and talk about how to come out of wounding when you're out of it. But if you're wounded, then yeah, okay, you can have empathy, you can have sympathy for people, but you tend to keep them in that cycle of pain. Because then and people that come in to say, and the psychiatric profession really needs to be cleaned up. Because if you go to somebody and they're saying, how do you feel about that? And they ingrain it. They will, they will just perpetuate it. Well, you're right to feel that way. And so that doesn't help the person to get out of the cycle. And if you're going to change it, first you have to see what's driving you and come to terms with that And then you can make a plan how to get out of it, how to move forward out of whatever the situation is at hand. But know that it's going to pass. And if it's not something of a physical hardship, like at the moment you've lost your job, you don't have finances, that type of thing. If it's something mental, emotional, and not to say when you're going through that it's not emotional. Most assuredly it is. I've been there as well. At one point in my life I was homeless, and so I know what all that's about. It is not easy. It is, you know, you feel like maybe you'll never be able to climb out of that hole, but you can. You know, you can. Things will change. So whatever the hardship is that you're going through now, know that it can change. Be willing to stop. Don't victimize yourself. Don't become your wounds. Don't become the, you know, but I need to be, you know, have this wound because then I can be, you know, I can be a wounded healer. Okay? Yeah, don't be a wounded healer. Get well first. And then you can aid others and show them the map forward, how to come out of it. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here today. Hopefully it's helped someone. But again, you need to stop. Look at things honestly. Look at things and see what is your part in it, in keeping it going. You know, unknowingly we continue to re-victimize ourselves and start, well, if only that hadn't happened. The if-onlys. The if-onlys are not going to help anything either. Or beating yourself up about it is not going to help. Nor the woe is me cycle is not going to help. Now kisses, love, yeah, thank you, yeah. You just, you know, you deal with things as they are at the moment. Yes, oh, I love you too, you're a good boy, yeah. So we go forward step by step, but no, you can come out of that, whatever it is, whether it was physical abuse, mental abuse, hardship, loss of job or loss of home. You know, I lost everything I've owned about 3 times in life. Okay? So you can get up and you can go forward. We make choices and we learn from all of those choices. Let's learn the best things we can from it. Usually we learn the most from the most hardship that we've had. We learn the biggest lessons. Okay, when you come out of it and you overcome it, you learn very valuable lessons. If everything is easy breezy in your whole life, you really learn nothing. Okay, so we come to this planet to learn. It's a school. It's the school of hard knocks many times, and because it is so difficult here, we have a chance to learn much quicker than you do on the other side, where you don't have as much things coming in your face. That's like going to India. So many things are just thrown in your face all at once. Lots of things to look at and to work through. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here. Much love and light to everyone. What do you have to say about that, Mr. Max? Mr. Max? He says, I'm just waiting for my time to go. He says, I like to go out on my walk. I'm waiting for my time to go out. He's a good boy. He's much better today. I stopped giving him that pain meds in the morning. It just made him so groggy and stuff, and he's healing up very, very well. He's doing well. So anyway, say hi to your fan club, Mr. Max. and we're ready to start the day. You're a funny little guy. You are. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, love and light. If there's a reading you want to see, please put it in the comments section. And thank you for tuning in.